Mary Boyle and her twin sister Anne entered the world on a warm summer's day on June 14th, 1970 in the bustling neighbourhood of Spark Hill, Birmingham, England. Their parents, Anne and Charlie Boyle, already had a beloved son, Patrick, affectionately known as Paddy. The family's journey then took them across the sea to the verdant landscapes of Donegal, Ireland, where Mary and her siblings would grow up amidst the rolling hills and picturesque vistas. On St. Patrick's Day, Mary's family embarked on a pilgrimage from their home in Kincasla to the tranquil haven of her grandparents' farm in Cashellard, nestled near Ballyshannon in County Donegal. It was on March 18th, 1977, that fate would cast its shadow over the Boyle family. On that fateful afternoon, Mary frolicked in the crisp air with her brother, sister, and two cousins, their laughter echoing across the countryside. As the day began to wane, Mary found herself embarking on a seemingly innocuous errand with her uncle, Jerry Gallagher, traversing the rugged terrain to return a borrowed ladder to a neighbouring farm. However, their journey was met with an unexpected obstacle. A pool of water blocking their path, too deep for Mary to safely cross. Faced with this impediment, she reluctantly turned towards the farm, her steps carrying her homeward. It was around 3:30 p.m. when Mary embarked on what should have been a brief stroll, a mere 5-minute jaunt, yet it proved to be her final journey. Whether her uncle urged her to return to the safety of the farm, or if Mary, with her characteristic independence, made the decision herself, remains a haunting enigma. What is certain is that the golden afternoon sun dipped below the horizon, leaving behind unanswered questions, and a family plunged into a harrowing ordeal, forever haunted by the disappearance of Mary Boyle. As Jerry continued his errand to return the ladder, engaging in neighbourly exchanges that extended to about half an hour, an unsettling realisation awaited upon his return to his parents' farm. 6-year-old Mary, his niece and companion, just moments before, was conspicuously absent. The Boyle family, thrown into a panic by Mary's inexplicable disappearance, wasted no time in launching a relentless search effort. They canvassed the local community, imploring neighbours for any shred of information, whilst the Garda, Ireland's police force, mobilised their resources to scour the landscape with unwavering determination. Every nook and cranny surrounding the farm was scrutinised, every lead pursued with dogged persistence. Amidst the frantic search, a disquieting testimony emerged from a local fisherman, claiming to have witnessed Mary being ushered into a crimson-coloured car before vanishing from sight. Yet despite this tantalising lead, its veracity remained shrouded in uncertainty, adding yet another layer of complexity to an already confounding mystery. As days turned into weeks and weeks into months, the exhaustive search yielded no trace of Mary. Authorities, undeterred by the absence of tangible evidence, resorted to drastic measures, draining nearby lakes and bogs in a desperate bid to uncover any clues as to Mary's whereabouts. Each effort, however, culminated in disappointment, leaving the Boyle family and the community grappling with profound sense of loss and bewilderment. A peculiar detail emerged from the depths of the investigation, as recounted by Mary's twin sister, Anne. She revealed that Mary had been indulging in a packet of crisps at the moment of her disappearance. This seemingly innocuous detail assumed a haunting significance, for if Mary had indeed stumbled into a bog, the buoyant nature of the crisp packet would have betrayed her whereabouts. Yet, as the years unfolded, the shadow of suspicion cast its pall over the investigation, with accusations of political interference and law enforcement ineptitude swirling ominously. Whispers of a politician's intervention, purportedly shielding a prime suspect from scrutiny, permeated the narrative, casting doubt on the integrity of the investigation into Mary's disappearance. One chilling anecdote underscored the pervasive sense of unease surrounding the case. A Garda sergeant, in the throes of interrogating the primary suspect, found himself abruptly silenced by his superior, who covertly signalled him to relent. The suspect, initially agitated and defensive, inexplicably transformed into a picture of composure, leaving the sergeant unsettled by the sinister undercurrents lurking beneath the surface. In the labyrinthine web of theories and conjectures that enveloped Mary Boyle's disappearance, one chilling certainty remained: the gaping void left by her absence, a haunting testament to a young life tragically cut short, and a community forever haunted by the spectre of unresolved justice. The chilling saga surrounding Mary Boyle's disappearance takes on an even more ominous hue, with the emergence of disturbing accounts regarding the prime suspect's behaviour in the aftermath of her vanishing. A former tenant of the suspect's remote farmhouse stepped forward, shedding light on a series of unsettling encounters that hinted at a darker truth lurking beneath the surface. Describing the suspect's demeanour in the months following Mary's disappearance as, quote, erratic, aggressive and frightening, the tenant recounted a harrowing confrontation that occurred within the secluded confines of the farmhouse. In a scene fraught with tension, the suspect levelled unfounded accusations against the tenant, vehemently asserting her alleged tampering with a foreboding 7-foot-deep potato pit nestled in the back garden, a claim she adamantly refuted. The tenant, now haunted by the chilling possibility, speculates that this ominous pit might have served as a clandestine resting place for Mary Boyle's remains, concealed beneath layers of earth and secrecy. The suspect's ominous threats extended beyond mere intimidation, as he brazenly wielded the spectre of law enforcement against the tenant, prompting a visit from the Garda to investigate the dubious depths of the potato pit. Yet, much like the inscrutable mysteries enveloping Mary's disappearance, the authorities' inquiries yielded little in the way of tangible evidence, leaving unsettling questions lingering in their wake. Adding a chilling dimension to the narrative, the tenant recounted her young daughter's palpable fear of the suspect, recounting disturbing instances where he allegedly surveilled her innocent play in the adjacent field. The suspect's ominous warnings to steer clear of the back field, uttered with an air of menace, further compounded the atmosphere of dread that permeated the secluded farmhouse. Amidst these unsettling encounters, the property itself bore witness to a litany of troubles, including issues with its septic tank, an ominous echo of the festering secrets lurking beneath the surface. Confronted with these concerns, the suspect's volatile temper flared once more. Yet, perhaps the most chilling revelation of all lay shrouded in the cloak of night, as the suspect vanished into the inky depths of darkness in the early hours of the morning on the very night Mary Boyle was last seen alive. His clandestine nocturnal excursion, shrouded in mystery in itself and devoid of explanation, remains a haunting mystery, an eerie testament to the sinister shadows that enveloped Mary's fate. Despite mounting suspicions and damning testimonies, the wheels of justice ground to a halt, as the suspect remained beyond the reach of law enforcement. Even the impassioned pleas of his own brother, who harboured grave misgivings regarding the suspect's culpability, fell upon deaf ears. The unsettling saga of Mary Boyle's disappearance deepens with the revelation of glaring discrepancies and unresolved questions surrounding the handling of her case. Chief among these perplexities is the conspicuous absence of a coroner's inquest, an oversight that continues to baffle and frustrate those seeking closure and justice. The absence of such an inquiry, which would have provided a public forum for witness testimonies and scrutiny of the evidence, stands at a stark testament to the opaque nature of Mary's fate and the systemic failures that have marred the investigation. In the murky depths of suspicion, other figures emerge as potential suspects, their shadows looming ominously over the narrative. One such figure is the notorious child killer Robert Black, whose presence in the Donegal area at the time of Mary's disappearance sent shivers down the collective spines of the community. Black's profession as a cross-border truck driver placed him squarely in the vicinity of the Boyles family farm, his presence tinged with sinister implications. Reports of his van parked outside a local pub, accompanied by chilling accounts of, quote, crying and whimpering emanating from its confines, painted a macabre tableau of suspicion. Yet, despite these damning circumstantial threads, the spectre of doubt hangs heavy over Black's culpability. The labyrinthine twists of the investigation led to unexpected quarters, including Mary's maternal uncle, Jerry Gallagher, whose shifting narratives and elusive recollections add yet another layer of complexity to the case. From outright denial of Mary's presence to a mire of contradictions, Gallagher's tangled web of testimony only deepens the prevailing sense of disquiet and suspicion that pervades the investigation. Within the heart of the Boyle family itself lies a fractured landscape of conflicting emotions and accusations as Mary's mother, Anne, grapples with the weight of suspicion cast upon her own kin. Anne's wavering beliefs, vacillating between accusing her brother Jerry of complicity in Mary's disappearance and later retracting such damning allegations, serve as a poignant reflection of the tumultuous journey towards understanding and acceptance. Yet, amidst the chaos of uncertainty, one immutable truth remains: the unyielding quest for closure and justice, driven by the unwavering resolve of those who refuse to let Mary's memory fade into the abyss of forgotten tragedies. Over the span of almost 5 decades, the relentless pursuit of truth has driven countless searches and investigations, each endeavour undertaken with the fervent hope of unearthing the elusive answers that lie beneath the veil of uncertainty. From the verdant fields of Donegal to the hushed whispers of darkened alleys, the echoes of Mary's name reverberate through the corridors of time, etching its indelible mark upon the collective consciousness of the Irish people. The lilac-coloured cardigan and black Wellington boots, twin symbols of innocence and loss that she was last seen wearing, serve as poignant relics of a vanished childhood, a reminder of a sister's unwavering love and an enduring bond, severed by the cruel hand of destiny. Was Mary snatched by a child predator? Was she murdered, assaulted? Was she taken in by another family who perhaps couldn't have children of their own? Did she get into a tragic accident, perhaps fall down into a mine shaft of some description? As time passes, it seems highly unlikely that we will ever know unless her body is ever found. As the year 2024 unfolds, the spectre of Mary Boyle's absence looms large, casting its long shadow over a nation haunted by the ghosts of its past. Though the march of time may dim the memories, the flame of remembrance burns eternal, a beacon of hope amidst the encroaching darkness, a silent plea for justice in the face of unspeakable tragedy. Those who have any information regarding the disappearance of Mary Boyle are urged to contact the Garda Missing Persons Bureau on 353 1666 2615.